Hello again, and welcome to episode 2 of what I decided last night to call Origami with Your Blind Brother, starring me, your blind brother, Zach. And today we are going to make an origami crane. So to start, we're going to get your rectangular piece of paper if you don't have the square. And I decided last night to keep using the rectangular paper because I miss having to make squares out of rectangles. So what you're going to do is you're just going to stand it up so that it's taller than it is long, and you're going to grab the top right corner and fold it down so that it is then flush with the left side of the page. And for those of you that may not know what I mean when I say flush, I just mean so that it is ending at the exact same point. So that they are, we'll say, level, I suppose, so that they don't, overlap or crisscross. They are just flat at the same spot. And once you have that angle, you will crease down there to get this nice angular sheet of paper that's no longer a rectangle. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess it's still four-sided, but now it's more of a quadrilateral. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to take this little excess part hanging down at the bottom, and you will fold it down once again so that it is flush with the edge of the triangle you folded. And again, for those hard of seeing folks like myself, you are more than welcome to use your fingers to suss it out and feel that it is flush. Alrighty, and once you have that, what you're going to do is just flip this back over to help prevent paper cuts, and then run your nail down along this crease a few times, maybe 5 or 6, just to thin it out, make it easier to tear. And if you want to do more, you're more than welcome. Feel free to pause this video until you're ready to move on. I'm just going to take a few more seconds here. Apologies, but not really. Alrighty, and you will then unfold that bit, lay the page down, and ever so gently kind of just tear along that line. And what you'll probably want to do, which is what I'm doing out of the camera's frame right now, is press the page down on the triangular side so that it doesn't pop up and tug and pull and mess itself up when you're tearing. So from here, we're going to do the same thing we did with the swan. We're going to take it so that it's a square, not a diamond, and we're going to fold it down and turn it into that hot dog bun, just like this. And once more, for my hard of seeing people, just use your fingers and suss out when it's flush by feel. I guess you sighted folks could do it too, but given that I was once one of you, I understand how much you rely on your eyes. Alrighty, and once you have that, you will just open it up like a book and then fold it down so that that spine of the book is now getting folded down. You are basically making a plus sign on your square. And you will then crease it. So you'll end up with this, another hot dog bun, just the same, and then you will open it back up. It doesn't have to be like a book this time, and you'll fold it down, or you'll hold it down so that the creases are up, so it's kind of popped up like a tent or so. Whoops. You will then grab it, you will fold it in half and grab it near the middle, but not at the middle, and you will then bring your hands together, which will push the middle up and create this little kind of plus sign, I like to think of it as, with one side poking out closer to you and one side poking further from you. And you will then take the side that is further from you and pull it to the right, and the side that is closer to you and pull it to the left, and you will end up with this diamond shape, with the top part of it being the initial creases that were made and the bottom part being open and just kind of free-flowing. Alrighty, and from here you're going to lay it down. You're just going to lay it down flat so that that closed portion is further from you now. And what you're going to do, I skipped a step, my apologies folks. So from this diamond shape, what you're going to do is separate those closer and further from you portions and fold them into themselves. So you will make the exact same shape, but now it will have a line going down the middle of it, and this will help with the next step. What we're going to do now is with this shape, You will lay it down further from you with the closed side. You know, the top portion of it is what I will call the closed side. And you will lay that down, and you will then take the right side of that top layer and fold that corner up towards the top corner into the middle. You don't want to go any further than into the middle, and you don't want to go, I guess that's really all I was trying to say. You don't want to go past in the middle, so it won't go all the way up to that corner. It'll just kind of look like this. Like this. Just be a straight line going across like that. You will do the same thing on the left side. Okay. Oops, I messed that up a little bit. Let me take it back just a scotch. Alright, so you'll have this kind of looking like a kite now. Okay, and from here what you're going to do is you're just going to flip it over, lay it down again so that the unfolded side of the diamond is now facing you or facing the top, and you'll lay it down again. And you'll do the same thing over. You'll fold those corners on the left and right up towards the top, but only into the middle. No more, no less. Bada bing, bada boom. And you'll do the same thing on the left and right side. And you'll end up with this skinny pointed diamond. Just like this, with this triangle on top. And you will want to try and make these two parts that you folded up, the two corners, flat and level with each other, as that will just make the bird a little more even as you continue to fold it from this point on. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take this triangle up at the top, and you'll fold it down at the corners just so it covers those two sections you folded up. So you don't want to bend past that. You don't want to bend those portions. You just want to bend that triangle down and crease it so that it covers them and is still nice and level, nice and flush with the top of the kite portion, I'm going to call it, because I can't think of the word right now. You will then open it back up to that diamond, and you will scrape your fingers down and lift that top layer up and over. And once more, it doesn't like to cooperate at this part, so just shove your fingers in at the side corners there and run them down that portion you're folding over, and you will get this shape like so. And once more, you will repeat this fold on the back side that is still the skinny diamond portion. So you will take that triangle and fold it down and crease like so, and then you will once more open it back up to that diamond, grab near the edge and just pinch and run your fingers up so it separates that top layer, and you will take it up and over, and you will end up at what I affectionately refer to as the fox face. And you will hear me say that exact line on every bird that I make with you guys, because the fun thing about all of my birds is they are all identical until you get to this part. So from here you could make any of the birds I've made or will make for you. But from here, this is where they diverge. So you will lay it down so that the ears are to the left, like this, and the fox's face will be pointed to the right. And you will take that bottom ear and fold the top portion of it kind of down and into the middle like you did with the diamond before, and it will fold that portion, that layer of the ear, in half. It'll look like this now. And you're going to repeat the same thing on the right side. Apologies, this one takes a little more focus than the swan did because of this part right here. So now you have this like that, and you will then flip it over and repeat those folds on the opposite side. Same thing, left ear, right ear. You're going to fold that corner in and down towards the face and just crease it so that it kind of folds that portion in half and makes it skinnier. And you will repeat that one final time, so I guess you're doing it a total of 4 times, you know, one on each side and then one on each layer. I don't know if layer is the right word, but it's the one I can think of. So you'll end up with this skinny shape now. I don't quite know what to call it, but we'll call it a skinny shape because it is that. Now from here, you will just repeat the steps from yesterday's swan and you will open up that shape like this and you will fold that, what used to be the fox's ear, all the way back onto itself, and you will then just close it onto itself again, just returning it to that initial shape, now minus 1 point. Alrighty, and you're going to do the same thing to the left side now. Just open up that face, fold it all the way back, and then close it the same way it opens. You don't want to fold it a different way, you just want to return the fold to the way it was. So you will end up with this. Doesn't really approximate a triangle, but it approximates a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a pentagram, I suppose. Alrighty, and then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to go inside these wings, and you'll pull these little guys out just a little bit, and you don't have to worry about one being lower than the other because this guy won't flap its wings. It'll just look ridiculously elegant in comparison. Alright, you'll do that to both sides, and then whichever side you choose, usually I go with whichever side has the better point, will become the face, and you will just go inside there and fold it into itself like you did with the ear, but not all the way. You'll want it pointing out like that. It'll just be a very elegant looking skinny face. Now we're on to the final steps here. You're going to take the wings, right? You have these little folds here that come up and end right about here. You'll be able to feel where they end if you can't see where I'm pointing. And you will just fold it down at those points. And you want it to be at those points because that will level it out without you needing to check your work. Hang on, I messed up. Alright, like this, at the points, where the points meet the paper, where the folds hit the edge. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side, just like that. And now, what you're going to do, this part's optional, but I like it and it makes them fancy. You're going to grab it by the wings, and you're going to pull out while simultaneously pressing down on that little triangle in the middle, and it will flatten it out like so. And now you have a super elegant looking crane. And there is an old Japanese superstition that says if you make 1,000 of those in a year, you get a wish. I can neither confirm nor deny that because I have never made 1,000 of them in a year. But by all means, give it a shot. Let me know if you get that wish because that'd be pretty gosh darned amazing. That being said, you still have this little excess left over, so much like yesterday, feel free to start this video over and make a smaller one. Because that's always fun. You can make a little gaggle of cranes or a gaggle of swans if you watch yesterday's video as well. And that is all for today, so you guys enjoy your origami. I have been your blind brother, Zach, and I am signing off. Bada bing.